This is round 3. Just letting you guys know.
You're here to slay her. If you don't,
It'll
it will be the end of the world.
Let's see. What are you talking about? How do you consider? Yeah, I've always wanted to offer. Viva la revolution. Get this.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No, you have to do it.
Why?
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Okay.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
That's fine.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
That's what I'm gonna do.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not gonna go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table,
I'm just going in.
A pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Enter the basement. Suck it!
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Please be creepy.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I'm here to save you.
Do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally
No, I'm
sinks in?
saving her.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
She's beautiful.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
I'm saving her.
Hi.
Fuck you,
I
narrator.
can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end. You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
No, I'm not.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
That's the sound of pulling the chains.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
There's a key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just
It
left
was
the key
the
to her chamber
narrator.
somewhere in the cabin.
Okay, I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Did you just lock the
Someone else
door
here?
on me?
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so
Narrator's
much
an
easier if you had just
ass.
taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's face.
Skipped it again.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Why is your voice different?
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
The fuck?
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free you. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Wipe your mouth and don't give me those puppy dog eyes. I'm cutting your...
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to pierce the bone of her arm.
Look at the hand.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything?
Because she's a
Looks like she's
maniac and we
bothered by what
just
just happened.
royally screwed up.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't
Ooh,
just let her
stakes.
escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
What?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Hey!
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warn her!
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward,
Hey!
the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
No. Resist!
Move the blade.
No.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands.
Hey!
Are you?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
I didn't doom shit.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how
I know, she used it 3 times.
A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs
You
unresponsive.
did this.
The princess stares down at your chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
My last words are delete the TiVo.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't know that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved,
hell yeah.
we have to be sneaky about it.
Yes.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love,
Smitten.
and the 4 of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Seems like, yes.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Oh, hell yeah.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving. We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Just proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will
Lie, she will cheat,
and
she will do anything in her power to stop
you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game.
Ah,
It's all
yes.
that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do, thank you.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
No, everyone.
Bickering any mind. Focus
Everyone
on
needs
the
to hear
task
them.
ahead.
I can't believe I predicted that.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries. A prison befitting a royal prison.
I like this
The only
one.
furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I'm not taking the blade.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Go into the basement. We are saving this princess.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
I love it.
Until now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake.
Screw you, my good sir.
Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Nay.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue
I love him.
just and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right?
Oh, she
She
definitely.
may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Hell yeah, man.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Hey, whoa.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Aw,
She
shit.
called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for
Hey,
you
we
to
don't
come
get a
back.
lot of compliments, narrator.
I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible
Sometimes some
evidence.
people want to feel
You've
good.
been here before. That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Oh, I'm calling you the villain now.
Well, she killed us.
Ah.
Made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What we
God
damned a whole
damn
world.
it.
But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe.
Horrible
We've been
for
given another
you.
opportunity to sweep her off her
yes.
feet and treat her like the lady she is. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us
I
otherwise.
shan't. Yes.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
I didn't bring a knife. Do you have anything to cut you out?
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride.
Damn.
To a surprising extent. And almost done. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Oh?
She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Drive her to violence.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
No.
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
All of a sudden, just you. Get it?
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted.
Nah, I trust her.
And slay her.
No.
You died, and now we're talking. I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
No.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Sing to her. That's a confession.
No, it's not.
Then I didn't end the world.
See?
She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. I'm not so sure. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
Again.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her
I knew you were gonna say that.
That would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
Yes.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Oh, don't give me that. Shh. I want you to tell me what you...
I just want to make you happy.
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
I just want to make you happy.
Is she broken?
Oh my god, I hate this.
What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar.
Why does she look like someone from like Yu-Gi-Oh with this art style?
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
I just want to make you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
Oh. I don't get a chance to ask another question, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memories returns.
No. She was our perfect match. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
You know what? I'll see you on the other side. It's gonna be okay.
If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. You're gone once again. Mirror always makes them leave. You can see what's in it. Whoa! Whoa! You're withered. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Seat to the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes.
Huh.
I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it. As easily as you can stand to be you, you are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit, even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Doesn't matter how many times I go back.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. You know what? I'm picking the first one.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
You think of this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose. If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. But know that I do not wish you harm, even if you attempt to destroy me. My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here.
Should have
with
moved
me.
my camera.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Well, all right. I think that's gonna call it for me on this one. What's the book? Yo, I can look at. Oh my. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let's save this. I want to continue from here. But, alright guys, I will continue this some other time. And I will see you there.